frozen Russian assets, along with providing a grant to help Ukraine maintain its energy. Bonjour, mes chers amis. Good morning, everyone. Thank you to my fellow leaders for your time. This is not a conflict Ukraine wanted, provoked, or asked for in any way. This is a war started for one reason and one reason only: Russia's desire to erase Ukrainian history and expand their empire. Faire que la Russie paye le prix de cette invasion inhumaine, que ce soit avec des sanctions. We cannot go back. We cannot return to an era where might makes right. We must do everything in our power to enable Ukraine to secure a just and lasting peace, a peace that cannot be achieved without Ukrainians at the table.
No one wants more peace than the Ukrainian people. But they want a just and a lasting peace. And this only comes through strength. And this is why we strengthen your economy. This is why we increase the resilience of your energy sector. This is why we will continue training and equipping your troops. Think of the importance of artillery ammunition, for example. This is why we have to provide security guarantees backed by the United States. This is why today we are adopting the 16th package of sanctions. We will increase punitive sanctions against Russia until they demonstrate true willingness to achieve a lasting peace agreement.
Spain is committed to the full sovereignty of Ukraine. All Ukraine can decide its future. Spain welcomes all efforts to work towards peace, but peace must be fair, sustainable, and comprehensive. For peace to be just, Ukraine needs to sit at the negotiation table. For peace to be sustainable, Europe has to participate in it. For peace to be comprehensive, it cannot be a mere ceasefire. At these critical times, let me highlight three messages.
A free and sovereign Ukraine is not only in the European interest, but it is in the interest of the whole world. Because the autocrats around the world are watching very carefully whether there's any impunity if you violate international borders or invade your neighbor, or if there is true deterrence.
Territorial integrity, its international recognized borders, the suffering Russia has inflicted in Ukraine is cruel and unjustifiable. The presence of all of us here today is a demonstration of our solidarity with people of Ukraine and with you, President Zelenskyy. We were here with you from day one. We stand and we will stand with you side by side, shoulder to shoulder, in the war, in future peace negotiations, in the reconstruction, and as a member state of the European Union. On our defense capabilities and peace cannot be a simple ceasefire. It needs to be a durable agreement. Peace should not reward the aggression. We need to learn the message from the past, from the Budapest and Minsk agreements. Only concrete and strong security guarantees will ensure a comprehensive, just and lasting peace in Ukraine and in Europe as a whole. The European Union is ready to do whatever it takes for its security and to continue to support Ukraine.
This is a time for unity. In this crucial moment, as talks begin, we must work together to shape the outcome. Russia does not hold all the cards in this war because the Ukrainians have the courage to defend their country, because Russia's economy is in trouble, and because they have now lost the best of their land forces and their Black Sea fleet in this pointless invasion. So we must increase the pressure even further to deliver an enduring peace, not just a pause in the fighting.
And also support for electricity reconstruction of grid and try to build back better and smarter. We
must keep dialing up the economic pressure to get Putin to a point where he is ready not just to talk, but to make concessions. So today we're announcing the UK's largest packet of sanctions since the early days of the war, going after Russia's shadow fleet and going after companies in China and elsewhere who are sending military components. Later today, I will be discussing further steps with the G7, and I'm clear that the G7 should be ready to take on more risk, including the oil price cap, sanctioning Russia's oil giants, and going after the banks that are enabling the evasion of sanctions.
Kherson is a city of heroes that fights for the independence of Ukraine. Every day, our city endures relentless attacks on.
If we want peace to endure, Ukraine must have a seat at the table, and any settlement must be based on a sovereign Ukraine, backed up with strong security guarantees. The UK is ready and willing to support this with troops on the ground, with other Europeans, and with the right conditions in place. And ultimately, a US backstop will be vital to deter Russia from launching another invasion in just a few years' time. So we will do everything we can to get the best outcome for Ukraine and for us all.
Ми продовжуємо включення з особливих місць.